So, like I was saying, Sucrose, it's important to remember how crucial the power of the...
Oh, Traveler. It's been ages since I last saw you around here. I hope you're doing alright.
Trev? Oh, I see. Glad to see you again. Sucrose is right. It's been quite some time since I've seen you. Is there any specific reason you chose to show up here today? You need help with an experiment. I'm sure we are able to support you there.
If you don't mind me asking, can you tell me more? And if Mr. Albedo is okay with it, I'd love to assist you. Okay. So you want to figure out more about why you can't use elemental powers without a vision? I'm not really sure how qualified I am to work in something important like a human body. My area of expertise is bioalchemy, but I mostly work with plants or flowers.
No need to push yourself down like this. I'm sure you would do great. Though, if you're worried about failing or something going wrong, I'll always be there to help you out, even assist you.
I never thought I'd hear such things from you, Mr. Albedo. I'm flattered, and I promise to do my best. Aside from what I've learned in books and from my own personal experience, I don't know too much either. So I'd be happy to get some first-hand experience, especially because your case is so interesting. I hope you don't mind me taking notes.
Alright. I think this is enough information for them to process now. What she's trying to say is, yes, it will be our pleasure to help you. Though I might need you to drink more potions than you did the last time when we were at my camp. Back then, it was only a temporary test. I did not have the resources or time to fabricate anything better. Not that it wasn't enough, don't get me wrong, but it was just a bit over the bare minimum. I hope you understand that I was a little rushed. I was just so eager to find out more about you, causing myself to speed up the process. Don't worry, I would never work sloppy. I still took my time at the important parts, preparing that potion.
I'm sorry. Mr. Albedo is a little bit better with human interaction. I hope it didn't confuse you too much, Traveler. I'm usually just working on experience all by myself. Today I was called over to watch Albedo. There's still a lot I need to learn after all.
That is correct, Sucrose. Although you did really well today, I gotta say I'm impressed. Now, if you don't mind, Traveler, I must make sure you understand what's going to happen to you. If there's anything you would like to discuss, or are not comfortable doing, ask me anytime. But before I start with the experiment, Sucrose, do you have a theory of what I'm about to do? Do you know it?
Well, I suggest we're scanning their outer body for any hints. I think it would be interesting to see if they maybe have a vision somewhere inside of them too. Not that I'm saying there's one of the normal visions we carry around inside of your body, no. But there could be something chemical similar in your blood cells. Or maybe in your spinal cord. If you don't mind, I'd love to do some tests about it while Mr. Albedo is checking your outsides.
Yes. You will need to get undressed for my process, but don't worry. This is all professional, and all of your important parts will stay covered. If you're too ashamed to do it, even under those circumstances, I completely understand, and you're free to reject. Wonderful. I'm glad you're still willing to do it. I hope I didn't scare you too much. This is a big step in finding out more about what you are. Please, don't think I see you as any experimental object or non-human. You're just as equal as everyone else here. You're just special. And that makes you so interesting, especially for us alchemists. Also, good job on your side, Sucrose. You analyzed it perfectly and knew exactly what to do.
Is everything clear now? If there are any more questions, I'm here to answer them too. Now, if you're okay with it, I will take a small sample of your blood. It won't hurt you. You don't even have to look at it if you're not comfortable seeing your own blood. I promise to be quick. It will be over in a few seconds. Would you be so kind to give me your arm? You know, since we first met, I've had a few questions, but I've never gotten the courage to ask you about them. I'm not even sure if you're able to answer them. Is it okay if I ask them anyways? Yeah? Okay, so you're able to somehow switch your elements, right? Do you know how? Or why you're able to do that? How does it work? How do you activate it?
That's a lot of information at once again. Let's break this up, since I'm indeed curious too, shall we? You're able to switch elements. I was not aware of that. Is there any limit to it? How does your body react to it? Change of temperature maybe? Head or stomach aches? Do you feel dizzy? Ah, I see. Sucrose, can you write that down for me?
Already on it, Mr. Albedo.
Appreciate it. Now, to re-ask your question, my dear assistant, Traveler, are you aware of how you're able to do it? Is switching elements something you actively do, or maybe does it occur randomly? If you're able to control your powers and willing to do so, would you mind showing it to us? This could be a very important step in our research. Do you think you can show us? Oh yeah, you're free to get up if you don't feel dizzy or any other discomforts. Take your time. Do you wish to have some water?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but do we need to go anywhere? Do you need to prepare anything? Maybe take something warm to eat or drink with us? Or are we just staying here?
Even if you're not going anywhere, I would love to try some of your delicious food again, Sucrose. You always know what I need to keep going throughout the day, and I truly admire that. I think I'm not saying thank you enough. Forgive me.
Oh no, please. It's my pleasure as your assistant to help you. What are you saying, Traveler? Statue of the Seven. Do those have anything to do with your powers? I see. There isn't one too far away from here, in Dragonspine. Will that work? No? We need to go one in Lue. Is there any specific reason for it?
Oh, so because your element, if I can say it like this, is currently set to Anemo, you need to go through the statue of another element to get her blessing, so that you can resonate your power. That is certainly the most interesting thing I've heard all year, and makes things much more confusing. Doesn't matter to me, of course. I'm a genius after all. I'm just surprised how your body can handle all this. It seems like something this stressful for the body would require a lot of training, and yet you seem to be doing it without any struggles. Very impressive, I must say.
I'm sorry to interrupt this conversation again, but I think we should get going. If that's okay for you, of course. It's just that it gets dark here very early, and I wouldn't want to wander around in the dark. I'm not doubting your capabilities of fighting, Traveler. I would just prefer to see something while we're on such an important mission. Maybe we should rest somewhere and visit the statue tomorrow, since it is pretty far. I could use the time to make some more preparations while the both of you rest. You could sleep in my bed, if that's okay with you. It's fine, I promise.
I would much rather prefer going now. The faster we get there, the faster we'll find out more about this strong individual. Sorry if I might seem overly excited about this. You just don't get to do something as interesting as getting to know completely new things from another world every day. But if we have to stay here after all, traveler, you're going to sleep in my bed. It's more comfortable and softer. I don't mind staying in Sucrose's bed, but I only want the best for you. You would rather stay in her bed to not bother me. That is out of question. Yes, a genius needs his good night's rest, but I will not allow it. Your comfort is more important here. I will have plenty of time to get the sleep my body needs, but I need you to be in the best form tomorrow. If you're still worried about me though, how about we just share my bed then? I don't see the problem about it, and it would keep us warm in the cold too. Of course, if you're really that uncomfortable with sharing a bed with me, feel free to stay in it alone, or sleep in Sucrose's. I wouldn't want to pressure you into anything. Increasing your stress level would be bad for the experiment.
I agree with Mr. Albedo. You should be able to rest as comfortably as you can tonight. We have a long way ahead of us. I'm not sure how many shortcuts we can take without damaging any materials we have to bring with us. If I were able to carry it all by myself, I'd go ahead alone already, but I'm afraid I can't. I also had a pretty hard day working on a new plant species that we discovered. I apologize for not being as helpful as I should be.
I agree with Traveler. Don't talk yourself down like that, Sucrose. There isn't any need for that right now, and we all deserve some good night's rest. And since it seems like they agreed on staying in my bed, we should get going. The more time we waste here talking, the less time we have to sleep. We'll see each other in the morning, Sucrose. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Albedo. Good night, Traveler.
Oh, did you expect my bed to be bigger? I apologize, I should have mentioned something of this importance. Well, I suppose that just means we'll have to stay closer together. Sadly, you've made your decision already, and there's no turning back now. You'd be too loud looking for another place to sleep. So please, just stay here. A true alchemist never turns any challenge down. Yes, I'm aware you're not one, but you spent so much time here with me already. You know a few things, don't you? You know, I'm surprised about your enthusiasm for alchemy and spending time with me. Most people find it quite boring. Maybe I'm not interesting enough for normal people. I'm a genius, and there aren't many people that actually understand me or the work I do. But you are different. Since we first met, you've always had that energy around you. I enjoy your company a lot, and I'm happy to see you every time you visit us here. With you, I can be my true self, talking about my passions, whatever they may be, for hours, and you'll sit there listening, maybe even asking questions. The only other people actively listening to me are Sucrose and Timeus. Don't get me wrong, I adore them a lot. They're a great help and a good team, but it just gets kind of boring sometimes. Timeus is a Mondstadt most of the time. Sucrose doesn't talk that much, especially when she concentrates on her work. Having someone new, someone with such interesting powers too, it's just exciting. There is so much we don't know yet, so much to figure out, a complete new territory to explore and learn about. That's the challenge someone like me wants to see. A project I will have to work on for months, years even. We will figure out how to use it on objects or other people too. It might still take a while, and people are gonna want to use the technology to their own advantage. But I want to trust everyone more. It's very hard to sometimes. I bet you know that too. But I try to see the better in people. There's no point of being depressed about little things, such as life. If you keep going, you'll succeed, eventually. You just have to keep trying. Is that something you can do for me, traveler? I will try my best to inspire you for your tasks, although I cannot promise to always be there. As the chief alchemist, I can get pretty busy sometimes, but if you ever need help, feel free to reach out to me, okay? But for now, we shall get some sleep. We have an exciting day in front of us. Good night. Damn it. Where did the beaker with the GeoDNA go?
Mr. Albedo, you've been wandering around like that for the last 30 minutes. Did you take your meds already?
What are you trying to say, Sucrose? I'm not depressed and you're aware of that. Could a depressed person make this?
That's a cup of cold milk and 2 scoops of instant coffee. Are you sure you're alright?
I'm not depressed. I am a genius. I will not take criticism anymore. You still have a lot to learn. Traveler. Good morning. I hope you slept well. We're just setting everything up and getting ready so we can leave soon. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat breakfast?
Oh! Paimon wants food! Paimon wants!
Well, but I didn't want you to answer Paimon. I asked the lovely traveler. Of course, you would get something too, but unlike you, they'll have to walk. You have the ability to float. Walking consumes a lot of energy and is more exhausting. I hope you can understand that.
I could cook for everyone if that's okay. I don't mind, and most of my work is done. At least I think I have everything packed we need for the trip.
I think me and Traveler both would appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. Don't overwork yourself though. We just need something quick that will give us the energy we need. Pack some bananas maybe, for the way too. Didn't I tell you to not overdo it, Sucrose? That was the most delicious meal I've had in the past 2 weeks.
Well, I'm sorry. We have a guest over, so you had to give my very best. I'm glad you enjoy it, Mr. Albedo. Oh, thank you for the compliments too, Traveler. It's not that big of a deal. Really, I'm just glad you both are happy. While the food was on the stove, I was able to finish the rest of the preparations. So on my side, we're ready to go.
Sounds alright to me too. Okay then. without much further ado, let's go. We have a long way ahead of us. If you ever get tired, let me know, okay? I might be able to help you out, at least for a little while, traveler.
Ah, my feet are so tired. I can already see the statue though. We're almost there. We got here faster than what my calculations said. I'm quite impressed. Usually Albedo isn't one to walk fast. He's often daydreaming, so he's not concentrating on walking.
Whoa there, Sucrose. No need to spill secrets like this. Come on now, my dear assistant. Remember who you work for. I wouldn't want to throw you out of the team because of something this minor.
My deepest apologies, Mr. Albedo. I didn't know it would offend you. I can put on some extra hours if that's what you want.
Now you're overacting again. I was only making jokes. Was my sarcasm not obvious? Maybe as the alchemist I am, I do lack some of the basic social skills. Thank you for telling me.
I wasn't even...
No, I believe you're right. Don't try to sugarcoat it to make me feel better.
But Mr. Albedo, I really wasn't...
Do you think there are ways for someone like me to learn how to be social, even after all this time? As my assistant, I want you to investigate that later, please.
Yes, Mr. Albedo.
I'm sorry for digressing like this, traveler. Might be one of my bad habits too. It seems like we finally arrived at our destination. Also, Sucrose, how many times did I have to tell you to just call me Albedo? We are about the same age. It's really alright. But, whatever. Are you ready to reveal your secrets to us, traveler? Great.
This is so exciting. Please, whenever you're ready.
That is certainly very interesting. You don't really see many differences on the outside. Can you showcase some elemental skills, please? Or are you feeling dizzy? Do you need to rest a little? No. Very impressive indeed.
May I take some of your blood again? It's all for medical research, of course.
I still want you to take a quick break. Drink some water, maybe. Even if you say you're fine, we never know how your body reacts to it in the end. I don't want your body to be permanently damaged in the end. You're special, and I would appreciate accompanying you for a long time. Do you mind me drawing in the meantime? The scenery is magnificent, and I would hate to miss out on this.
Alright. Thank you for working with us here, Traveler. I got everything I needed for now. I must say, I'm quite impressed too. Albedo and I both appreciate what you did for us the last 2 days. If we can ever help you somehow, please let us know. May it be research, or you just have questions. You know where you can find us, right?
Can only agree with what Sucrose said. If I'm not busy with experiments or painting, I'm happy to be by your side whenever you need me. Are you feeling alright now again? No headaches or anything? Great. Please, like I already said, feel free to showcase some of your skills and powers. Incredible. Truly incredible. I don't think there's anything more for me to say about you. For the next part of this investigation, we should probably head back to Mondstadt.
Yeah, there's a lot more tools there. Of course, you don't have to join us, Traveler. We understand if the way is too exhausting for you. You have places to be? Alright. Thank you for letting us know. If you're ever curious about the results of the tests, just come visit us in Mondstadt. we'd be happy to see you again.
Be careful, traveler. Until next time.